Hi, this is Deadman. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID.
Or a fake one.
Ugh. Spike Chunsoft's logo is a bit more involved this time, and it also gives us a small preview of what's to come. This time around, the main menu theme is eerie and haunting, but in a way it pulls me in, soothes me. I can't quite quantify what it does to me, but I love it nonetheless. The settings are, again, a request sheet. Unique menus are a win. Something neat done for the sequel is letting you be able to tweak the difficulty settings. The Somniums can be as difficult as the first game, so it's a nice addition to make sure everyone gets a great experience with the game. Now in Somnium, you can find eyeballs to purchase outfits for Aiba and Tama, as well as the concept art once you've met the unlock requirements. Out of all the things to open a game with, a game show is not what I was expecting. Tama's chibi avatar is using the arrow like you'd expect a dominatrix to hold a riding crop.
How is that relevant?
I wanted to point it out for reasons.
In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability?
So I don't know if the actors had to improvise with their recording space since this was clearly made after 2020, but Boss and Ota's lines feel off. Like they weren't done in a legitimate recording booth. It's not enough to count against the game, I just felt like I needed to point that out.
The new Cyclops serial killings. The incident in which many victims got their eye gouged out and murdered. Are you or are you not familiar with it?
This will determine if we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming 6 days.
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first game.
nirvanA Initiative is kind enough to keep spoilers from the first game a secret if you haven't played it yet. But, you should. It's fantastic. It didn't amount to a lot being said in my playthrough, but I'm sure it changes a few lines here and there to prevent spoilers. To make absolute sure you're paying attention, occasionally you'll have to manually enter an answer in.
It can't be.
What's wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Okay, that's about how I really expected this game to start out. Thanks for the nightmare fuel!
Be careful, Mizuki. I've detected a biological response.
Aiba and Mizuki are partners this time around.
Ah, so she's jealous, huh? I bet that's it. Why else would another girl target me?
You can't think of any other reason?
Well, sure, but I'm really cute, you know? That's why other girls don't like me much.
I am fairly certain that has more to do with your personality.
Where did she go now?
Pretty sure you obliterated her from this plane of existence with that holy hand grenade you call a flashbang.
Hey, that's...
You recognize him?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget. It's...
Well, that's certainly a hell of a way to open the game up.
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for? Get the lights!
Yeah, I'm on it.
That's another hell of a way to start the game off. Damn, at this point, Mizuki's gone through so much trauma, I feel like she's immune to it at this point.
I have a bad feeling about this, but you really want to know my name?
Yeah,
Then I'll tell you, but please don't forget it, okay?
got it.
My name is Kagami.
Kagami, huh? Okay, I'll remember that.
Here it comes. I knew this would happen. I'll say it one more time. My name is Kagami. I told you it's Kagami!
This priceless joke comes back, and it's just as funny the second time.
You do technically outrank me, ma'am.
Huh. Really? But you don't need to worry about the formalities with me.
What? For real? I can be casual with you?
Do you want to get your ass kicked?
Sorry, ma'am.
Aiba and Tama both have rooms you can chat with them in, as well as give them a new outfit. Occasionally, Aiba or Tama will have some trivia for you pertaining to what's going on. That or random nonsensical anecdotes.
Why? What is it?
Well, I was just wondering if he contacted you or anything.
I would have let you know right away if he did. Date was caught in that explosion 6 years ago.
And has been missing ever since. Date's body was never recovered from the scene.
It's sad that the main character from the last game is MIA, but it does go to show that even though they butt heads, she still cares for him.
I am certain he's at the Hot Springs District in Atami or someplace, spending his time in leisure.
Weirdly enough, though, Aiba was completely right.
Now, Team Popo, what's your answer?
The left half of his body. What the?
When relaunching the game, you get a small recap of prior events. Another new feature is taking care of eyeballies, basically Tamagotchis that ask a bunch of questions. So Komeiji was an odd case. I thought his head may have been a mask at first, or a character from Shovel Forge, but it turns out his head is square-shaped because Uchikoshi thinks it's funny. He said that some people have square-shaped heads in real life, so he made an exaggerated version of it for his game.
Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
Oof. I know I joked about it earlier, but it's really tragic that in the span of a few months, both of her parents were gruesomely murdered, and now this bisected body. She's really gonna be traumatized for life.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
My Hero Academia reference.
It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Mars.
Is that an option?
What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
No?
Ryuki sounded about as convinced as I did when playing the first time through. Considering the twist of the last game, I did think it was time travel gone wrong initially.
What's wrong, Ryuki?
After watching the QR video, Ryuki went into a type of trance and, well, that happened. Cybersecurity, folks. Don't ever follow random links or a QR code in a crime scene. That is not good for the investigation. Not one bit. Damn, this opening music slaps hard. That's an awesome way to showcase the logo. Plus, we've done some gameplay, so I'm gonna give it wins for being a delayed title card. Same as Aiba before her, the code under Thomas Likes translates to Ryuki.
Come on, big brother! Wake up! Wake up! If you don't hurry, you're gonna be late.
He's awake?
Hilariously, this works.
I saw Boss buying this earlier. Are we going to match?
I don't care if it's DLC. Aiba in a hot dog suit is a win.
I'm still here. I've always been here.
Hey, did you hear something?
Yes, that's the cleaning lady.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
At least we didn't have to extract your eye to insert the AI ball. There was nothing left to extract.
I am glad the room was vacant. I don't do well with roommates. I've been practicing. How's my dancing?
Yeah, looking good. Wriggling around like a freshly caught shrimp.
Oh, no. Not you two. I'm too cute to be a shrimp.
Ah, there it is. So in my last video, I had a super special counter for the off-the-wall comedy that Uchikoshi excels at, and this one will be no different. Well, mostly. It's Tama this time.
Wake up! Fine. Screw it! Guess I'll just do what has to be done.
Aiba, that's enough! You're violating criminal law entry 195. I swear that pewter is like a tech god. Thank you, ex-con!
That's an interesting way to compliment someone.
Well, don't be a shit that almost derails an investigation and lets a serial killer run around, and you won't be an ex-con, eh, Futa?
Anyway, if you are stuck, simply stop moving and observe your surroundings. Look at the map and try to get a hold of the situation. Understood?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Go ahead and check that "Don't display this message again" box.
I don't have that function. Mizuki, I have obtained a key.
What's that?
A key is a new function that Pewter came up with. It uses an algorithm to clarify the rules of a Somnium world or the sync subject's psyche.
In other words, it tells you how the dream works?
Correct.
Another new function is being able to more easily see what may need to be done in Somnium. You know, for an ex-con, Pewter really is handy to have around.
Wow.
I could do well as a street performer.
That looks fun. I'm gonna try that at home.
Please don't. Breathe in what?
The torch, duh.
What do you mean, duh? That wasn't an obvious answer.
I want you to extinguish it by sucking in with your nose.
I have never heard of such a thing.
You'll never know till you try.
Fine. Ah!
I had a feeling that wouldn't work. All right, suck in really hard.
That's what she said. Michael.
I do have amazing suction.
Amazing suction! Bravo! Marvelous!
Call back to the prior entry.
What the? Aiba!
Persona.
It's me, Mario. Nice to meet you.
He talks?
Nice and soft. It feels kind of soothing being here.
Anything to promote office wellness.
What are you talking about?
Well then, you won't mind if I join you?
I second that.
Is there something on my face?
Well, the face you have now isn't your real face, is it? You got your old body back during the new Cyclops serial killings case, so...
Yeah, well, I decided to have a custom mask made. Everyone knows me by this face. Besides, this one is, more popular with the ladies.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
Shut up!
So while it's weird for continuity, it does make sense. We spent an entire game looking like Saito and knowing him as Date, and since Falco and Saito are effectively dead, why wouldn't he go back to looking like that?
Boss's cleavage. I have never been in a softer, comfier place.
I want to be in a soft and comfy place.
On my way to the station, the crowd squeezes out my frustration, and now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom.
It's a strange song, but it's equally great, if not more so, than Iris' song Invincible Rainbow Arrow from the first game.
So, Kizuna, I want you to marry me.
And just like that, love bloomed on the battlefield.
What battlefield?
Look, it's the ongoing joke, and love bloomed in the Simps Diner doesn't have as good of a ring to it.
Won't you marry me, Kizuna?
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that either.
No, thank you.
Anyway, I won't give up.
Persistence.
Iris, how are you feeling? Still upset about last night?
I'm okay. I recover pretty quick from these things. See? I'm bouncing right back. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
Iris is as cheerful as ever.
Where do you work?
I work as a mermaid at a gaudy maid cafe called Sunfish Pocket. Mermaids are what they call the maids that work there.
Mame is a returning character from the first game, if you're like me and didn't realize it until she spelled it out.
Anyway, the girl does have some nice femurs. I'd love to get inside those for a taste of the marrow.
What is wrong with you?
Another gag from the first game returns. But, quit perving on the underage girl.
So you must know Mr. Date too, Kenny.
I've known him for a long time. We're so close, we've seen each other's buttholes.
That's one way of showing how close you are with someone.
I hacked into it. There are a ton of videos of salmon laying eggs in there.
I don't think that's a problem.
Shoma, my little boy, he's in elementary school. One day I wake up, go to the bathroom mirror, and I have writing on my forehead. It must have been Shoma. He had been learning letters in school recently. Anyway, he writes, Death Tub. And I'm thinking, Death Tub? Is that what he meant? Is he trying to tell me something? Then Shoma saw my face and started busting out laughing. And I was thinking, what's so funny? That's when I realized, when you see Death Tub in the mirror...
It says butthead.
God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
The sound of silence is hilarious, but the best part of this is Tama's laugh.
Shut up! Stop shouting!
But you surprised me. I thought that the ghost of an S&M pervert with a police uniform fetish who died in a tanning booth had come to haunt me.
That's, an apt way to put it. So, now's as good of a time as any. Tama is Date, but in eyeball form. She's lewd and, yeah, that's all I got.
I'm not complaining about how she looks.
I'm not either, but if I had a nickel for every time I had a big-titted police girl fetish, I'd have two. Which isn't that much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Chastity belt on his heart must be locked tightly.
What kind of metaphor is that?
You won't be able to see his uvula unless you open that lock.
She's just a classmate. We're not friends or anything. I don't talk to her much.
Do you wish you could talk to her more?
No. Of course not.
Even though she's cute?
That Ugo? She's not cute at all.
His temperature is rising. That was clearly a lie. Ryuki, would you drink that fluid inside the test tube?
Absolutely not.
Why not? You might develop superpowers.
But what if I turned into a giant, green, muscular freak?
That would be awesome.
Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say.
We mainly conduct research on gene therapy through genome editing here. Are you familiar with genome editing?
I have played Metal Gear Solid, so no.
I know of him, but I haven't met him in person. I've only read some articles about him online. He's the CEO of a music distribution company. I'm the director of a genetics research institute. We have nothing in common.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
You really are dense. You're dense enough to be the target audience for mobile game ads.
We need a room open in the burn unit stat! Male in his early 20s, roasted hard by his AI companion.
His temperature is abnormally high, isn't it?
Maybe he has the flu.
Don't make me pluck out your eyebrows from the inside.
Tama is overly aggressive with her threats, and that's hilarious. Also painful sounding. Wink Sync is a new feature of the eyeballs, letting them see a glimpse of Somnia rather than the full picture, often leading to more concrete proof that a full sync is needed. Also, it can only be activated the most weeb way possible. I'm guessing PSEUDO wrote that into the coding.
Why do you ask? I'm the engineer of Abyss. Of course I'm always here.
Yeah, but I've been wondering about something. In November of last year,
You were dishonorably discharged for reasons related to the new Cyclops serial killings, weren't you? You leaked internal police information, not to mention you aided a criminal in his escape.
I made some arrangements behind the scenes. PSEUDO is a crucial part of Abyss. I couldn't let them lock him up.
you can do that?
Normally, no. But in this case...
Boss has dirt on members of the executive, judicial, and legislative branches of the government.
I am truly grateful to you, boss.
That completely explains why Peter is still here. It does not excuse him from being a shit, though.
Off and on. Is this the switch for the statue?
How do we turn this on?
Why don't you feel around that area?
What area?
Whatever feels right, Tama.
So, the moral of the story is, when in doubt, cop a feel of a statue?
We can combine different brain functions of the left and right brains and create a new human with characteristics from both.
Chikara Somnium has you combining two different types of people/occupations to solve puzzle. That level of puzzle solving is a great idea.
The experiment worked! Happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, the epigenetic ecstasy!
What are we even watching right now?
Oh.
Both Tama and Ryuki are voicing my... let's call them concerns.
So every time we do something right, we have to watch this creepy old dude ascend into the sky?
You want to join?
Hell no.
Combined, a racer's driving skill and an archaeologist's knack for dodging traps. To gain movie protagonist superhuman driving skills.
Guess it's time for love, Dr. Jones.
Indiana Jones reference.
Whoa!
That's the trap? I could have done this on my own.
Tama, behind you!
Huh? Hold it! Wait! No! I can't do this!
Hey, Tama! The road!
What about the road?
There is no road!
Huh? What are we gonna do?
Step on it!
On what?
The gas! The gas!
The gas! Okay!
The experiment worked!
Yep, I think it's safe to say that I'm playing an eye game. Oh, how I've missed you.
Kara, ew!
Why don't you think of it as some kind of reward cutscene?
The fact that I have to force myself to think that already makes it not a reward.
I want to give a win to Tokiko. From her design, to her deadpan attitude, and her, well, insanity, she is a great addition to the eye roster.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. But he was a piece of human garbage. I slugged him in the face and resigned, then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
Good for him. Someone needed to punch the shit out of So.
That's the nonupal X, the symbol of Nyes.
Nonupal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Nonupal is the 9th.
Vocabulary lesson from a lewd eyeball. Bet I won't ever get to say that one again.
I was surprised. I had heard of Nyes, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Coming off the Iris route in the original game, I think we all thought Nyes was a figment of her cancer-addled brain. But that was one of the biggest surprises for the sequel to me.
We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program.
That's certainly an interesting idea to rally behind, and weirdly enough, the idea loops back around later on.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Oh shit, she's throwing up gang signs! Bail! Bail!
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio de Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
The VR investigations are another new aspect, allowing you to look over every bit of the crime scene without having to actually be there.
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting, so keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Macademy Award.
Macademy? Like, the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started!
I and Tama both insist on recording what you're doing in VR space, and it can be hilarious, especially when they get into their director role.
That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign.
That's an interesting marketing campaign, but whatever works, I guess.
Ryuki! Ryuki!
Snake! Snake!
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
After being shot at by Shinpei and informing Ryuki that Terror wanted to use the studio for an hour, he messages Shinpei to come to Sekiba High, so naturally Ryuki goes and finds Chikara there. Can't really say I'm sad to see the little creep go, but it's still horrifying to imagine being split in half like that.
This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that...
It has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it! I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
Damn, I think Kentaro Uchikoshi is throwing some shade on GTA.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
It also looks like a heavy dose of foreshadowing that we aren't able to comprehend until much later.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for nice!
Where the hell is this coming from?
One neat thing about Ryuki and Tama's relationship is their roles are reversed in Somnium. He's normally meek and she's normally dominating, so while sinking, Ryuki becomes more confident and Tama is more submissive.
N!
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X!
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Buddy! Shit just went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick!
It says nirvanA Initiative.
The nirvanA Initiative. Nice.
Maybe she lost 50,000 yen on pachinko slot machines.
This isn't boss we're talking about.
Well, it's better than having loose slots in other ways.
What other way?
No, you know.
No, I don't.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Hey, that's my thing!
Yeah, but it's cuter when she does it.
Oh, it just ran out of battery.
You're watching too much porn.
Don't you have a softer way of saying that?
You're watching too much porn.
That's not what I meant. The last man on Earth heard a knock on his door. Who was it? No good, huh? The answer was a woman.
Nope, that's wrong too. The answer is LGBTQ+. You're sorely mistaken if you think there are only men and women in this world, dumbass.
That was also a bit forced, same as last time, but if it makes Ryuki look like an ass, I'm for it.
It was nothing.
Did you get jilted or something?
No. I just lost 50,000 yen on pachinko.
See?
You can't be serious.
She's not. It's very much a lie, but for Tama to guess that correctly is still amazing.
I don't need to tell you anything.
The masked woman is only aggro towards Ryuki for reasons that will be revealed later, but she does have a good reason.
No.
It can't be.
Now that Tokiko has been bifurcated, at this point of the story it makes you wonder. Since Ryuki lost time after watching that video, did he do this? He's not exactly mentally stable. This game, as with the first, is really good at pulling you deeper into the mystery.
Can you not read the stage directions out loud? You're supposed to play the part of the culprit.
But what's the point of...
Don't talk back to the director! Don't make me throw a fucking ashtray at you!
It looks like we tunneled to the other side of the world.
You mean we're underground?
Yeah, more than 160 feet deep. Radio waves are completely cut off due to the depth. We can't connect to the network, so keep that in mind.
Gee, who would have ever guessed that a secret society has an underground cathedral?
Don't tell me you're going to open it.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Why not?
Well, just a hunch.
It should be fine. You said it's safe to open.
I did add probably.
Mizuki could probably fit in with the kids pretty good.
I feel like I just got insulted. Mind if I kick your ass?
I love Mizuki so much. She's always ready to beat someone's ass.
I actually used to be a thief. I was so good at lockpicking, they called me the Master of Unlocking.
Sir, you're no Jill Valentine.
Kizzy, please marry me.
Wait a minute. Is that?
I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday.
Leanne comes on really strong, but his heart's certainly in the right place.
I put the glass slippers in there, and the letters. I wrote out how I feel now in one of the letters, and in the other...
I have written how I currently feel in that letter.
This is a time capsule. We'll bury it here, then dig it out 6 years from now. If you still feel the same way as what's written in the letters in 6 years...
Yeah, then you'll accept the shoes. Right, Kizzy?
Yes, then... perhaps.
Huh. You know, that is kinda romantic.
It is a sweet idea for sure. I had originally thought this part to be a bit of a waste of time since, you know, there's an ongoing investigation, but by the end of everything, I actually really ended up liking their relationship.
Is that a crystal ball?
Yes, these are my big milky balls.
Milky.
Balls?
Oh, but I'm not talking about testicles, honey.
Mama is also a delight, and I'm glad she made it back for the sequel.
Oh, great set of milky white balls. I need you to give me some clues for an investigation. One after another, victims have been torn in half in these half-body murders. Where can we find the key to exposing the culprit?
Face. A hidden face. The true face, as yet unrevealed to all. That is where the answer is hidden.
Huh? Did I just say something?
The funniest bit about Mama reading fortunes is she's absolutely correct.
You know Leon too?
Yes, he's a regular at Brahmin as well. Leon just wandered in one day while Date was there. They hit it off right away and had quite a lively discussion. I joined them after closing up for the day, and the three of us drank until morning.
Huh. That's an interesting group. I can't imagine what you three would talk about.
Probably porno mags or something.
What are they, teenagers?
Oh, we talked a lot about porno mags.
But why are these two here?
I just happened to be here by chance.
Me too. I'm here completely by coincidence.
Right.
What? What are you talking about, Ryuki?
No. I was just suddenly overcome with an inexplicable urge to go to Atami. Forget the investigation. I'm going to Atami with her. I've already made up my mind. Don't try to stop me!
Did you take crazy pills this morning or something?
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Ryuki, please. I have a bad feeling about this.
Now, let's go to Atami together!
Okay.
As with Date before him, Ryuki can choose to completely forego the investigation to take the receptionist out to live his days in Atami with those. I mean her.
Wow, what a total hottie.
What?
Oh, this is perfect. I was just starting to get bored. Come on, let's have a chat, cutie. A little tete-a-tete.
Sorry. I have no idea what you're saying.
Oh, and your voice is super mega hot too. Hottie for a thottie. Slide into my DMs anytime, king.
The receptionist is, again, delightfully ditzy.
Why is this woman a receptionist?
Likely a decision made by the company president.
Mizuki?
Ryuki's incredulity is why this gets a win.
There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting behind the desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting. There's a receptionist with huge breasts. Huge breasts. Breasts. There are huge breasts sitting behind the desk.
Tessa! Tessa, Tessa, Tessa! Oh, Tessa! Tessa! Tessa!
That was an incredibly pointless wink sync.
It can't be! Terror!
What did you say?
Terror! Took Shoma!
Ryuki had gone to Horodori Institute to look for clues, and in doing so found Komeiji already there, acting shady. So we brought him back to Abyss to find out what's going on, leading to this branching path of finding Shoma. Teamwork!
Ryuki!
More teamwork!
This boy is my son! He's more important to me than my own life! Whatever happens, I won't let you lay a finger on him!
No matter how bad Komeiji screws up, at the end of the day, he'd take a beating for his son, and that's a good dad win. You know, in hindsight, the twist of the masked woman is really obvious. Date to the rescue.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Kept you waiting, huh? Hold on. Don't get hasty. I have some preparations to take care of.
What? Huh?
Oh. I see.
Porno Mag! Power! Let's go! Yeah!
And that's that.
This is quite possibly the greatest moment in storytelling history. So stupid, it loops back around to being amazing.
Date, the hard drive was full again. I had to make space, so I deleted all your cuckoldry videos.
First, I told you, those are husbandry videos. Second,
Why? Why did you do that?
It's inexplicable, incomprehensible, impossible,
inconceivable.
Oh, that. It awoke in me in 3rd grade. I was walking alone through a deep forest behind my elementary school. It was my shortcut to get home. When suddenly, inside a depression behind some bushes, I noticed a lone magazine. It was a porno mag someone threw away. The pages were all crusty and whatnot. I crouched down, and my heart was pounding in my ears as I turned the pages, using a branch. Anyway, that's when it happened. I felt a stinging pain on my right ankle. I jumped up in surprise, and there I saw a white snake. I didn't know what kind. I was just a kid. But even then, I could tell that snake had deadly venom. About 3 seconds later, I was out like a light. They found me out there the next morning. I was on the verge of death for 3 days and 3 nights, but I managed to pull through. And that is how I acquired my pornomag powers.
You mean it was a side effect from the snake venom?
No, it was more of a mental thing. I had a near-death experience immediately after experiencing a pornomag for the first time. As a result, Eros and Thanatos inside me, libido and destrudo, they merged together in total harmony. In other words, I've come to be acutely aware of death whenever I get aroused. To put it in even simpler terms, I'm pushed to the verge of death whenever I see a pornomag. You know how humans can exert tremendous power in life or death situations? It's because the adrenaline triggers a fight or flight response. The same thing happens when I see a pornomag. My brain's processing speed increases by 3.6 times in order to avoid death, dramatically improving my reflexes.
I find it hilarious there's a legitimate lore explanation for Date's pornomag powers.
You nearly die when you see pornomags, don't you? So then why?
Ah, excellent question. I'll answer with a question of my own. Why does a mountain climber seek the top of the tallest peaks? Why does a surfer want to ride the most monstrous of waves? Why do people climb up the highest buildings to do parkour or whatever? Why do they do such reckless things?
For the thrill?
Yeah, it's how they know they're alive. They can experience firsthand the wonder of life itself. That is the reason I continue to climb the mountain known as pornography.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change my last name.
But when I die someday, I'll need you to do me a solid. When I die, I want you to wipe the hard drive on my computer.
How about I bust it open for you, right now?
No, please don't.
I am a woman of beauty beyond compare. If I remove this mask, blood would erupt from the noses of the 4 men here, and they would die of blood loss. In other words, I'm saving your lives by keeping this mask on. Quite kind of me. Wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like it would be worth it.
Shoma's dad is so unfunny. Huh?
Yeah, Andy's Komeiji sucks, and you've never made us laugh either.
Hold on, we used to...
Yeah, lameness must be genetic.
So true. Now that's funny.
We don't want to contract your unfunny disease, so we're gonna stay away from you.
Kids are assholes.
It all started with the test. The results from my health checkup at my elementary school came back abnormal, so they wanted to do more tests. But instead of the hospital, I was taken to Horodori Institute.
The test results show that you have some very special genetic abnormalities in your DNA. It's extremely rare. Only 1 in hundreds of thousands of people has it. One day, and it will be soon, you will fall ill to an incurable disease, and it will take your life. The only way for you to survive is to receive gene therapy through genome editing here at this institute.
So I started going to Horodori Institute, but it wasn't true. Not really.
That little snippet tells us 2 things. 1, Shikare is an even bigger asshole than I originally thought. And 2, this actually explains Shoma's willingness to go along with Naisa's teachings. If he's being used as a genetic puppet against his will, dealing with his father's divorce, and his classmates mocking him, he'd be open to feeling nothing and believing everything was fake.
It said it was top secret, so I thought it must be super important. So, I grabbed it and put it in my pocket. Inside the envelope was pieces of paper with writing all over it. It was written in German, but I managed to figure out what it was saying by using a translation app. There actually wasn't anything wrong with my genes. It was all for the sake of research. Horodori Institute was rewriting my genetic code. They used me for human experiments. When I found out, I talked to Director Horodori, but he acted like he did nothing wrong.
Why are you upset with me? You should be grateful. Your body is now special thanks to genome editing. Also, I would advise against pulling out of the experiments now. Your body is still in a transitionary stage. It needs regular testing and medication. If you stop now, all the cells in your body will falter and dissolve.
Oh, but wait, it gets even worse.
They have a lot of issues to work out, don't they?
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll be fine. As long as they have smiles, their world will be saved.
It's such a happy ending for the two of them. It's just a shame what's gonna happen next. The song that plays during the credits is just as great as the first. As with the prior game, you have a board to keep track of your different routes, but it's on a whiteboard instead of a corkboard this time.
Stop making excuses! You did all that bad stuff, and you're still trying to fight back, lie, and trick your way out of it! I'm sick of it!
Shoma.
Dad, you should just die already!
After making so many breakthroughs for their relationship in the prior route, this hits deep and lays down a layer of tragedy for later.
I don't know. I didn't see the attacker. I don't know anything after you lost control of your bladder.
You mean lost consciousness?
Yeah, whatever. No.
Yeah, that's really harsh. Plus, it's the canon timeline.
I'll give you some chocolate later.
Are you joking? You know I can't eat chocolate.
No, I mean like emotional chocolate.
Nice save, Ryuki.
Oh, you want to know why there are 2 balls? This way I have a spare if one stops working.
That's a feasible explanation. I doubt that's the reason, because it's Mama, but she's got a good cover story at least.
Thanks for the chocolate. I appreciate it.
Don't thank me, honey. Just don't forget to get me something on White Day.
What do you want?
Well, you can return the favor.
Meaning?
Something hard that will leave a mess all over my hands.
Do you know this girl? Her name is Amame Doi.
Being able to project models of people seems like it would be really handy for police work.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half-Might! Northern Mariana Islands! Smash!
When investigating the NICE Japan headquarters, you come across Tokiko's hologram that gives you the rundown of why NICE believes the world is a simulation. The scary thing is she sounds so convincing.
Dad, I shouldn't have said that you should die. It's all my fault.
The good thing about WinkSync is you can see a snippet of the subject's true thoughts. The bad thing is sometimes you see a snippet of the subject's true thoughts, and it's more gut-wrenching than you were prepared for.
Well, I'm not kidding about Horodori Institute research and cloning.
A line that surprisingly comes up later as a major plot point.
I'm going to skip the warning message because I'm sure you already know.
I appreciate that, Tama. There's only so many ways you can say, don't stay in Somnium for more than 6 minutes after all.
Please, show us your dance!
You want me to dance? No, I'm not Aiba. I can't dance!
That throwaway line explains why Aiba starts Somnia up wacky while Tama gets right to work.
Question. Which would you rather eat? Poo-flavored curry or curry-flavored poo?
During Amame Somnium, you're participating in a quiz show and, well, things get weird in Somnia, as per usual.
This is what the standings look like. Now I think I completely understand you, Challenger.
That was unexpected nightmare fuel!
So Aiba's back in action.
Yeah, she just came back.
Oh, I miss you, Date.
I need you, Date. You should have heard her.
My name is Kagami. Should I slow it down a little? My name is Kagami.
Hey, Ryuki. Deep down, don't all men want to be sat on by women?
No?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm gonna get out there and keep looking.
What about your food?
Ryuki, do you think that little of me?
Yes.
Imagine a hypothetical situation in which a body is bisected down the middle. What will happen to the chakras? Chakras are points. By definition, a point cannot be reduced further. It cannot be severed from itself. So the chakras will remain, tethered between the left and right sides of the body. Like a string.
Here's a little foreshadowing for the nirvanA initiative.
It's almost like you can read my mind.
No, that function was deleted about a month ago. Something about protecting the privacy of sinkers.
That, or Boss was tired of going through all of Date's pervy thoughts.
No, not there. Come out from there.
What are you trying to make me do?
I'm just saying come out from there. So come out.
And I'm asking you why. What's the point?
It pumps me up. I need you to do it, so do it.
Okay, jeez. I'll do it.
Found ya! Oh, this is an invasive species that destroys the ecosystem.
This will be a brand new series. I'm starting a new game today. The game I'll be playing is Kusamon Go!
Just like last Iris Somnium, she is playing a game, but this time it's Pokemon Go instead of Minecraft.
I'm not short on cash.
Oh, right. You do go to host clubs all the time.
We need to bribe her with fancier stuff than cash.
Yes, we can't treat her like a normal person.
Exactly. Boss is out there. Her head's in outer space.
Ryuki, do you want me to send you to outer space?
Ryuki forgetting Boss can hear him is hilarious.
But his clothes are just so... I always thought his outfit was so over the top, you know?
Hello, Pewter here. You do realize I am watching all of this, right?
Yes, I do. And you still suck, Futa.
Congratulations! A Kusamon hatched from the egg!
Danganronpa reference.
Ah, the primary suspect of the half-bodied case. Playing these games with your victims before killing them. How lowly. Is that what you're doing here? Going to toy with me before slicing me in half? She said that if she was allowed to keep the baby, she wouldn't cause any trouble.
Her baby was taken in by a facility called Iowa.
So she sent the child away. She probably realized she couldn't raise it alone.
Holy hell, So really is a scumbag. First Iris, now another mystery child? When will his philandering cease?
Tama, you okay?
I'm gonna pound him until he can't get it up anymore.
Don't you mean until he can't get up anymore?
We beat it! Huh?
We did it!
Wait, it's not over yet.
Huh?
A second form! Very final bossy.
It's not a JRPG if the final boss doesn't have at least one additional phase.
But this is a visual novel.
True, but we're playing an RPG inside of a visual novel, so it counts. Occasionally in Somnium, the mental lock being unshackled coincides with the person's face, and it bifurcates similar to the HB killings. It's a small detail I love.
Oh, this? Well, I wanted to be prepared in case of trouble. I looked all over my place, but this was the closest thing to a weapon I could find.
Lien is hilariously wielding a giant key, so I think that means he's going to be the new protagonist of Kingdom Hearts 4. What clever foreshadowing!
Date, enemy at 4 o'clock. Next at 8 o'clock.
God, stop nagging me. Starting to think I'd be better off alone.
I am not enjoying being paired with you either.
I love that smile that says he loves being partnered with her. Also, don't complain, Date. Without your AI companion, you can't do those awesome no-look shots. Jen is an absolute unit.
Mr. Date, thank you.
Don't thank me. Just give me a porno mag.
Hmm?
A porno mag? You don't have one on you?
No, why would I?
Okay, Iba, do your thing. Beam some sexy stuff directly into my left eye. What was that for?
For making me want to kill you.
Don't just stand there, you perverted Kappa.
Hey, I'm not a Kappa.
But you don't deny the pervert part?
I mean, he is though. So, he's an honest pervert at least. Teamwork!
Leon!
Thanks, man.
More teamwork!
Throw it! Quick!
Even more teamwork!
What do you want me to do?
Terra kidnapped Kazuna to lure Date to the underground cathedral, and shit's getting real tense now. There's thermite surrounding everyone, so Ryuki is presented with a trolley problem. Does he let everyone die through inaction, or kill his beloved mentor to save everyone?
My name is Sheikh Sula, the mic ruler, the old schooler.
Damn, did not expect them to kill off everyone.
Ugh, just stop.
Mizuki! Mizuki! Are you okay?
And now we have the explanation on why Mizuki no longer has her left eye.
Why? How could this happen? Mr. Date. Mr. Date. I loved him.
Oh shit, they actually killed off Date!
No, they didn't, and you know that.
Way to ruin the mood, you ass. At the time, I did actually think that he died. The interesting thing about this particular route is it's only possible due to the branching timelines to know the answer, which should be impossible. In one timeline, Terra says his name is Dahlia. In another, it's Boat. Maybe Tokiko was onto something. Ryuki's Somnium at the beginning makes a hell of a lot more sense after going through the explosion route.
Listen, I'm glad you caught the burglar. But when they started crying, you bought them lunch and took them on a drive.
That sounds like something I do. And Ryuki and I do share a birthday. Maybe that's how Libras roll?
This metal pipe.
No doubt about it, that's mine. But why is it in Ryuki's memory?
Perhaps it left an impression? It is not every day you see an elementary schooler carrying around a metal pipe.
That is an excellent point.
Yeah! Now, even if you get attacked by tons of enemies with guns, you'll be fine.
That only works for you, Mizuki. You have cheats.
I know! Eat it! Put it in your belly!
Thanks for the food.
You actually ate it.
Eat it. Ugh, are you stupid?
You are. Hey, don't drink without my permission.
Yee! Alcohol is the best.
You get drunk so fast.
Aww, Don't yell at me! It looked so good.
That's a creepy way to cry.
Hey, Mizuki. Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh? Was it?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm your superior. You should be more respectful when talking to me.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sir, yes, sir. Aye, aye, sir. I'll be careful, boss lady.
Grown-up Mizuki is even more hilarious than 12-year-old Mizuki. And somehow she's gotten sassier.
Who is this cutie? Her cuteness is gonna make my eyes pop out of their sockets.
Your eye is already popped out.
No one ever compliments me, so I had to do it myself.
That's kind of sad. I love that in VR, Aiba has a propeller on her head. Don't know why, but compared to Date and Ryuki getting around town in cars, Mizuki's scooter seems very silly.
Huh? What is it, big sis?
Well,
Oh, the wheelchair? You do not have to worry. I am used to it by now. As you know, the injury I received to my spine 6 years ago caused my legs to stop working. I have been in a wheelchair ever since. I will not be able to dance anymore, like I used to. Dancing was the one thing that freed my heart. No more.
Kazuna's paralysis has audibly affected her, and I have to applaud Amanda Lee for playing two different sides to the character. One bubbly and energetic, and the other very quiet and solemn.
But it would be inappropriate of me to complain. I was caught in an explosion, and yet I survived. It is a miracle that I am still alive. To not appreciate that fact would be a sin.
Kizzy is a great character just for this. She's clearly saddened by what she's lost, but is genuinely grateful for what she does have.
Wait, is it my fault?
What?
Do you not like being with me? Do you not like being seen with me?
Well, is that not how you feel about me?
The tragedy of these two is immense. Both feel like the other doesn't like being seen with them, and it does cause strife. Originally, I thought their side story wasn't that interesting when playing through Ryuki's path, but seeing everything play out the way it does made me glad the Ryuki route took the time to establish these two. Mizuki has just as much of a weeb pose as Ryuki when wink syncing, and I love it.
I know. Leon, you are only with me because you feel guilty. Your supposed feelings for me are just a farce. In truth, you feel nothing but guilt inside. Guilt for what happened 6 years ago. Needless to say, you did nothing wrong, Leon. But that is not how you see it. You believe it is your fault for how I ended up. That is why you stay by my side. I am just a burden. Please, just leave me. I do not want to be the reason you ruined your life.
Kizzy.
She is assuming Leon's feelings come from a place of pity. What is it?
Can I wink sync into Leon too?
Consecutively? The battery usage is quite high. I could use a recharge. I have low power.
Come on, you can spare it.
Don't treat me like your allowance.
Can you please? I want to know Leon's true feelings.
I suppose. I will make an exception and use the emergency backup battery.
I'm sorry. Kizzy, I couldn't save you. I couldn't protect you. And because of that, you're... But that doesn't change how I feel about you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I don't care about appearances. I don't care what happens. You and I, forever. Forever. Eternally.
The even more tragic part is they do truly care for each other, but are too wrapped up in their own guilt and emotions, and can't really admit that to each other.
There's a picture of Ame no Uzume on display.
It's said that she danced with her bare breasts swinging about to entrance Amaterasu.
Aiba, you should try it.
Why would I do that?
No. I guess you don't have a whole lot to swing.
You don't either.
You!
Need a hand?
Maxed woman to the rescue.
I felt like it.
Who just feels like shooting at a high school girl?
I don't think the high school part is relevant.
I almost died.
No, that would be impossible. I shot you with rubber bullets. You didn't notice?
You mean...
I had no intention of killing you.
Then why did you shoot me?
Just trust me. I'm not your enemy.
That is confusing in the moment, but very accurate.
I received those wonderful slippers, but I cannot dance anymore. I am not worthy of him. I cannot be his princess.
Ugh, my heart. Not gonna lie, reading that ode to simp so hard for Iris that he's still a virgin is hilarious.
Mizuki. The family name was Okiura.
And the fucked up shit happening to Mizuki continues. I thought it was a funny throwaway joke from the first game, but nope! It's just tragedy. This was a twist that sent my jaw to the floor screaming, "What the fuck?" for like 30 minutes.
This is a Voch Locho.
A what?
A voice-changing lock choker. It's a necklace thing that can change your voice. If I wear this, I can have the perfect voice.
I don't want to know.
What is this?
As you can tell, his temperature is rising rapidly.
Oh no. I'm making him horny.
You don't have the sex appeal for that, Mizuki.
Oh, I am not gonna take that from you, Aiba.
You're only 18. What do you need more money for?
I've had my eye on a bunch of stuff.
Clothes, handbags, grenades, etc.
You know, all the things girls love. The hilarious factor ups when you see that she has rocket boosters attached to her scooter.
Mizuki, before you start, I'll say one thing.
I know. I can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I've heard it so many times I can hear it in my sleep.
The later you progress in Mizuki's route, the more hilariously meta the 6-minute warning gets. Aiba is Salt Bae.
You dare challenge me to a battle of culinary prowess? Pathetic.
Yes. I've created a monster! A cooking monster!
What, this? I got it in Bali. It says, Danger Zone!
Danger Zone!
That's certainly not what I was expecting to happen.
This does solve one big mystery.
What?
All of the victims of the HB case were cut at the molecular level. Those cuts were likely performed by this machine.
So this is some kind of slicer?
Exactly. Do you see that wire on top of the machine? That is CNT, a braided carbon nanotube. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it is not visible to the naked eye.
Having a carbon nanotube act as a slicer is a cool way of murdering people. Wait, that came out wrong.
What is it?
Oh, I was just... Thinking about something. Something Mom told me once.
You! I wish you had never been born!
I was thinking about that. Do you think she meant to say I wish we never adopted you?
I love Mizuki as a character. She floats the line between hardened badass and emotionally damaged so well. Props to her voice actress Karina Bediger for being able to play both sides of her perfectly.
What's wrong?
This is kind of embarrassing.
Just do it.
To Kizzy. I love you, Kizzy. I really, 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 really love you. When I first saw you, I seriously thought an angel descended from heaven. I was thunderstruck. At that moment, I decided to devote my life to you. The glass slippers that I put in the capsule are a symbol of my never-ending love for you. To me, 6 years in the future. I'll never forgive you if you make Kizzy cry. I'm gonna fly to you and punch her stupid face. Whatever happens, always be by her side. When she's struggling or in pain, support her with everything you got. Even if your feelings aren't reciprocated, make sure she's always smiling. Make sure you dedicate your life to her happiness. That is my request to you.
You're up next, Kizzy. Here.
But...
No buts. Read.
Fine. To me, 6 years from now, how do you truly feel toward him? I still do not know exactly how to feel about him, but no matter how I might feel in the future, the most important thing is to be true to yourself. It is not becoming of me to play games with a man's heart. If you think no, you need to tell him no. It would be better for him. But if you do have feelings for him, I'm sorry, Leon.
Sorry? Is that a rejection?
No, I meant about earlier. I took out my frustration on you, and I am sorry for that. I should not be placing my anger on people I care about. If it is acceptable to you, if you do not mind that I am the way I am, Leon, will you?
Kizzy, it's like I said before. 6 years have gone by, but my feelings haven't changed. My love is eternally undying.
I myself have changed.
What do you mean?
My feelings have changed over the last 6 years. Leon, I love you.
You know what? I love the sappy melodrama. I came for the murder, but I stayed for the wholesome love story. Seriously, I got way more invested in Kazuna and Leanne's love life than I thought I was going to.
There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting behind the desk. A receptionist with huge breasts is sitting. The big titty receptionist. Big titty. Titty. There are big titties sitting behind the desk.
Are you malfunctioning?
Mizuki, look! It's a ceratocanthus! Yay! Go, ceratocanthus!
Aiba's adoration for bugs continues to be adorable.
What's something that hangs down the middle of a man? They come in different shapes and sizes, too. A necktie? I was talking about wieners. By the way, Mizuki, any boyfriends?
That came out of nowhere.
I was just hoping for an introduction, is all.
Unfortunately not right now.
Not right now?
I go to an all-girls school. Finding a boyfriend there would be pretty difficult, wouldn't it?
Am I that mesmerizing? I suppose you just cannot help yourself. I am the cutest thing in the world.
I'm cuter.
Is something wrong with your eyes?
Oh, self-deprecating now?
Got him!
Masked woman to the rescue.
Iba!
Allow me to assist.
Teamwork. More teamwork.
Shall I give you the usual warning?
Skip it.
Mizuki speaks for the player who's heard the 6-minute warning a lot, especially after playing both games.
This place is... What? What is this?
The first time Iba doesn't mess around in Somnia, we get this horrifying nonsense.
Why are you running from me? All I want to do is break your bones. It's an important test. We can discover how quickly you can heal.
See, I always knew Chikara was a piece of shit, but I was not ready for everything that gets unpacked in the Somnium. He's legitimately as gross as Hojo, and that takes some effort.
What's the win for then?
Good characterization, I guess?
Iba, you and your A-cup should fit in there just fine.
You think these are A-cups? I have more of a chest than you do.
What? You need to check your math on that.
I did.
This is exciting! You're next.
That's the most horrifying game over I've ever received.
Could that be the rocket?
Maybe it would fly if it had a little brown alien in a basket.
E.T. reference.
What is this?
It's Valentine's Day, so...
This doesn't mean anything. You can't get on my good side with this.
He seems really happy about this.
This is too easy.
That was the day Mizuki learned manipulating men is super easy.
How do you think you're gonna get out of this?
I told you. Everyone has their role to play.
What? Ryuki? Why?
Ryuki, you backstabbing bitch!
By using this, I can access the magic system. When I have access, I can delete all the information on this AI ball.
What?
The backup data and storage, all the pieces uploaded to the global cloud. Even the core program that makes up her personality. Everything. In other words, I can make her completely disappear.
I mean, it is a decent enough reason, but still, not cool, man.
Still here, as expected.
This brings back fun memories.
I never thought I'd see you there, Iba.
She is much more comfortable than you, Date. Though her chest size does leave much to be desired. Mizuki, biological response behind us.
You?
Nice to meet you. I am the president of the Japanese Nizadlaws branch, Tokiko Shigure.
This throws a lot into question since we for sure found her dead recently. All I'll say is for now, it's a decent twist.
You're... Jin Furaway.
That is a hell of a twist. But wait, there's more. Same as with the first game, you get locked out of certain sections of the story. I only really experienced it here, but it's still a good way to make sure you see every bit of the story.
Everything's screwed up, man. Why'd it come to this?
You'll drive yourself crazy thinking about it. Sometimes the world is just unfair. No matter how hard you try to change, doesn't mean you'll be accepted. That's just life. But there is hope. At the very least, I'm grateful that you and Mr. Date are my friends.
Kenny? You're my best friend, Kenny. And I'm pretty sure Date thinks so too. Let me know if you ever need anything. I'll help you out.
Thanks. Now eat this while it's still hot.
Okay. Thanks for the food.
It's a good thing he has such good friends.
Agreed.
Who is this?
He is someone that makes the plot super confusing.
I've been buddies with Kenny for a long time. I can't narc on my bro. That would make me a total scumbag. Why would I do that?
Okay, but like, corpse, man.
Leon is a himbo. You can't expect a lot from him.
What are you, dumb?
Why is that a dumb question?
If Kenny did this, why would he show me the body? And it's not like he killed me or anything after.
That is a fair point.
He has his moments, though.
Why didn't Genny call the police?
I don't know what the hell happened to Mizuki's hair, but the rule is if it's glitchy and funny, it's a win.
Mizuki, let's move. SAT is on their way here.
What? Why the SAT?
I believe Boss called them. She was monitoring the Somnium earlier.
So Boss knows there's a corpse here.
Right.
But why would she call the SAT?
Even if Gen was the killer, Boss calling in special forces on both Gen and Mizuki seems like a stretch to me. This whole route is weird in general, but this decision makes no sense to me. The finale of the route ends in Gen dying after expressing he loves Mame, but it feels so forced with the SAT showing up and gunning him down, unlike the Komeiji and Shoma route, which has genuine character moments and payoffs.
Mizuki, now! Shoot it with scattershot!
Porno Mag Power!
God damn it, I love this series.
There's so many questions I need answered. I won't let you leave until I have them.
What if I want to use the bathroom?
You can't just do that here?
What if it's number 2?
Then I'll feed it to you.
The day of the explosion at the cathedral, I was captured by terror.
What? Were you okay?
If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here now. When I came to, I didn't know where I was. I don't know why terror captured me. I wasn't sure if he was going to torture me for information and confidential police secrets, or maybe he just wanted someone to play backgammon with. Anyway, I was held there for a whole day. Then, a white snake slithered into the room. When I saw that, I felt my power churning inside of me. And that's how I was able to break out of the room I was being held in.
Wait. What's this about a snake?
Oh, the snake? I'll tell you about it some other time.
Stuff like this is why the different routes and timelines are great. We know the story, but Date hasn't told Mizuki yet, even though he did. I swear it makes sense. This is another one of the things you understand more as you go through the additional routes. The first time we were met with this pass-through screen, we had no idea, but by visiting the end of Mizuki's route, the answer was provided. Definitely digging the parallel universes that both games have presented.
He is currently 18 years old, the sole success of Chikara's experiments.
Scientifically, what Chikara discovered was amazing, but morally it's horrifying. He's doomed Shoma to wander forever with the body of a 12-year-old.
Can we talk about something?
Wasn't this room made for that? Or is this a karaoke room?
The internet thinks it might have to do with something called the nirvanA initiative.
Nice.
I was also a result of genome experiments. Though I was experimented on when I was still an embryo.
I see.
You don't seem surprised.
I know about your superhuman strength, Mizuki. If anything, I was kind of expecting it.
I wasn't. The dolphin thing seemed more legit. And less heartbreaking.
If only we knew someone good at lockpicking.
Joe Valentine?
I know! Lian!
Ah, okay. That works too, I guess.
Damn, Mizuki, you can be pretty ruthless. I know it's for the investigation, but you detained your friend who was just dumped.
Boss just likes to rub salt in the wound, and I find that hilarious.
Mizuki, I'm sure you already know this.
Right. No more than an hour of sinking at a time.
Okay, maybe you don't already know.
Lian, are you trying to make me cheer you up?
What?
You probably want me to say, "It's okay, Lian. Kizuna loves you too." If so, you truly are a weak man.
Hey, Aiba.
No, let me talk. Lian, you believe you failed? You believe you couldn't protect the person most precious to you? Then you try again. You protect her again. You keep trying until the day you die. You're not worthy of Kizuna? Then become a man worthy of her. If you are going to pity yourself and give up your dreams at the slightest obstacle, then I suppose you really don't care about your life or Kizuna's.
That's not...
The last key is inside you. I am not going to open it. It has to be you.
It's tough, love, but that's a hell of a pep talk.
Even if you can't walk or dance, I will become your wings! I was born to protect you. I'm sure of it! And no matter what hardships lie ahead, I will protect our bond. I will protect you for all eternity!
Lian reaffirming his feelings for Kizuna via his Somnium is sweet, especially since we know these are his true, unfiltered thoughts.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was getting really annoying, so...
What? Do you smash apart Rubik's Cubes to rearrange the colors?
Whatever, it worked, didn't it?
Escape room operators would hate you.
When I first heard his idea, I was mortified and angry. His plan was this: kidnap a child with DNA as close as possible to Jin's, and transplant their organs as needed. The very idea made me tremble with fear and trepidation. But thinking about my son, I reluctantly agreed.
Chikara is even more sicker than we thought, especially preying on Tokiko's maternal instincts, which led to the ruin of someone's life.
The transplants happened for years, more than a decade. From Uru's right half to Jin's right half. And ultimately, the right half of his face as well. All the while, Uru was under Chikara's complete control. He was held captive in the basement of the Institute, like an animal raised solely to be Jin's donor.
Seriously, it is sickening how awful Uru had it, and how much of a monster Chikara is.
Uru desired my love and attention. He looked up to me, even though he knew I was one of his kidnappers. I told him about the teachings of knives. This world is not real, and therefore, your pain is not real either. That is what I bestowed upon him. His eyes sparkled with intensity as he listened. He wanted to be useful to me one day, so he began studying.
Tokiko is no less monstrous, feeding him lies and mentally manipulating him. Even if it's beliefs she believes in, it's no less indoctrination. Seriously though, can you blame the guy for being messed up in the head?
I understand you are confused, so allow me to condense the information. After the transplant, Jin looked like this.
The right half of his face was Uru's. The left half was the original.
Untouched to preserve the percent mark.
What happened to Uru after he lost the right side of his face?
The part of his face that he lost was then covered by a chitinous material, a synthetic skin.
Artificial skin?
Correct. The corpse is Uru Somizuki.
How can that be?
Technically, half of Uru Somizuki.
Where is the other half?
You already know.
The left half of the corpse at the stadium on the 10th. That was Uru too?
Yes. And of course, 6 years ago on February 10th, the body found at Devaita was Jin Furue's right half. So, this and this are two different people.
That's a hell of a lot of information to take in. It's wild to think that the two identical halves were from different people due to the fucked up nature of Chikara's experiments.
Start the music!
Aw, they're so sweet. Since Kazuna can't walk anymore, Leanne just scoops her up and dances with her.
They vanished!
The bastards are using stealth camo to ambush you.
The mysterious woman is badass. Badass teamwork.
So, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'd say that's warranted a few questions.
Hold on. I'm trying to process this.
Samesies.
It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings. That being said, the facts are fairly straightforward. Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard. Do you already know?
At this point, we are talking to Mama directly, as the player. It's an odd choice, but at this point, nothing surprises me.
Right. In other words, it's not like that. It's like this. This is the timeline that you actually experienced.
While I'm not a huge fan of the twist this time around, it is pretty clever. Also, tying into the story significance, the timeline looks like a strand of DNA.
So, that makes us sisters? We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins. We have almost the same genes. That's crazy. I'm a copy of you. Don't say it like that. But I'm your clone, right? Technically, yes. But our DNA isn't exactly the same.
It's an interesting twist, but I actually like this one. In one timeline, we played as the older Mizuki, and the other was the one we know and love.
It's too convenient they wore the same outfit and have the same gear.
Yeah, can't really overlook that.
You said something about an eccentric woman? Yeah, I was adopted by her. Do you mean Shizue Kuranushi, boss? Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now.
All those times Boss mentioned her daughter, she was actually talking about the other Mizuki. You know, in hindsight, that makes a lot of sense.
Mizuki? I'm home.
Welcome back, Date.
Call back to the Mizuki route of the first game.
I threw away all your porno mags.
This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years. He regretted what he did and blamed himself. He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets. And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kizuna on top of that? Yeah, Terror detonated the bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kizuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing him. He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse.
After Ryuki's betrayal and this specific information, his actions make a lot more sense.
Do you hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I want to shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs.
That sounds immensely unpleasant.
Ryuki, you made a mistake. But lying around here in all your misery isn't gonna fix anything. If you really regret what you did, solve this case. That's the only way to atone. Ryuki, I remember one night we went out drinking. You told me about your little brother. You always talk about him when you drink. You made him a promise, right? You said, I'll become a hero of justice. If I've fallen, I just need to get back up again. You used to say it all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. As long as you have a body to do it, you climb back up again. Come on, Ryuki. Climb above the debris. It doesn't matter if you're pitiful. It doesn't matter if you show vulnerability. You struggle, you crawl, and you make it back to the top. That's what we do. That's what makes us human.
That's a hell of a pep talk.
I think I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna shoot the rocket somewhere.
With TC Purge on the warhead.
The rocket will explode.
And the virus will spread?
Complete global saturation.
I understand. I'll tell you the truth.
Big sis!
Amame!
The corpse in the freezer at Brahmin. I'm the reason it's there. It's my fault.
I genuinely did not see that coming. I won't say it's the most satisfying conclusion, but it does mean Amame got her revenge for Terror killing her father.
I'm sure you already know this, but the time limit inside Somnium is...
Oh my god, alright already. If you say it one more time, I'm gonna sock you.
There's a rumor that if you go to the old school building, 3rd floor, and push the toilet handle up, down, left, right, down, down, Hanako appears.
Hanako?
Hanako is a reference to the Japanese urban legend of a girl who haunts a toilet. Amame is obsessed with things to do with the occult, so it's no surprise she shows up in her Somnium. This section of Amame's Somnium has her reflecting on her previous life decisions and wondering if what she chose each time was the right thing. I like this because it shows her tormented introspection, showing just how deep her character really is.
I saw everything that you did. If you don't want me to reveal what I know, do as I say.
What are you going to make me do?
On the night of the 12th, I will use the slicer to take my own life.
What?
No.
Tokiko killed herself?
Afterward, I want you to take my right half to the president's office. Leave my body on the desk.
Tokiko is dedicated to the teachings of Nais. To such an extreme level, she's willing to sacrifice herself for what she believes is the greater good. Tokiko is definitely one of the better written villains I've seen in some time.
going to make you suffer the same pain.
Regardless of the motive, Amame committed a serious crime. That cannot be overlooked.
While it's satisfying Amame got her revenge, it's not satisfying in the way that we stopped Saito. I can't pin down exactly what feels off about it, maybe because it's basically off-screen and we didn't get to bring him in. But positive side of that is he can't hurt anyone anymore. Using clues from where the bodies were found, you have to pinpoint where the nirvanA initiative will take place, and I love that bit of detective work needed for this. Foresight? Mizuki is a badass.
Mizuki, you're stronger than all of us. You can take care of yourself.
Are you gonna go help Date?
Without me, he's ineffective. He needs me. Or else...
Got it. Leave this to me!
That counts as a pep talk, right?
Not really.
I'm counting it as one anyway.
It is so nice to be home.
Why'd you come back?
To retrieve my stamp collection. I do not want to have to start over.
I love the crow hop Mizuki does before hitting that guy as a home run. Which is also appropriate since they are in a sports stadium.
It's not a baseball stadium, though.
Close enough.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh?
We only got through the barricade with...
Yahoo!
You guys, you're here too?
Hell yeah, friendship win.
Kizzy, what is that?
I just found it.
Is that Moma's?
Maybe.
Well, who cares where it came from? Do it, Kizzy!
Okay, here I go. Come get some, motherfuckers!
I have no words for how amazing this is. This series is so goddamn stupid, and I love it.
Thanks, Mizuki. Same to you.
Also, I should have mentioned this way before, but I love how Karina Bediger portrays both Mizuki and Bibi with different inflections, helping make the characters more than just clones of each other, but their own individual people.
But her lawyer said that, due to the circumstances, her sentence might not be too long.
The person that Amame killed was trying to brainwash all of mankind. Some people even think she's a hero.
That's actually fair. Sure, she did overkill by bifurcating him, but she did also help stop him from causing further harm.
Maybe Dad is out there somewhere, in another universe.
Yeah, that's what I think. Andy's Komeiji lives on happily somewhere.
Thanks to our knowledge as the Freyer, we actually know that to be true. Shame this couldn't be that reality.
Look, Mizuki! I finally have an orichalcum trident!
Thanks for your business!
Oh, right. You own this place.
Thanks, chump!
Don't you do like a friend discount?
Nope.
Ah, sweet justice.
Screw it. This is my last chance. I want some more screen time.
What are you talking about?
Mom! Mom, are you watching? Look at me!
Maybe she's contracted TC Purge.
This hilarious breaking of the fourth wall is great.
I will tell you a number. It is a crucial figure that can create a seam in this false world. It is called the nil number. Are you prepared? Please take note of it. And now, I will look forward to the day we meet again. But I am not talking about them, of course. Ryuki? No, not Ryuki either. But you. The one listening to me now. Yes, the Freyer. You.
This is one of those funny moments that just breaks the game. It's actually cool that it really leans into the multiple timelines that's been established so far, but more on that in Warp and Weft. Once again, the game ends on a dance number, and that's a win, damn it!
Ouch! God damn it! What the hell?
Ha! That reaction from Aiba is priceless.
You are going to participate in a game. The memory game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
After beating the main game, you can unlock a level inspired by Zero Escape, another series of the creator, Kotaro Uchikoshi.
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
Hey, Ryuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional. Am I correct?
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
Then please tell me the nil number. If you truly are a Freyer, you should know it.
This odd interaction makes just a bit more sense now that we've passed through the whole game, realizing that we, the player, are the Freyer. It still doesn't make a ton of sense, but from a storytelling standpoint, unlocking an alternate end by these means is a neat idea.
Thank you. Why are you surprised? I didn't die. Let me show you the real world. I am this space.
I immediately regret this.
You must already realize that you have transcended the logic of causality. How did you know about the nil number? My hologram only discusses that fact 6 years into the future. And it is not Ryuki who will be told. The two Mizukis. We will tell them the nil number. But for some reason, you already knew. Why is that? Can you explain?
I think the most fucked up thing about this ending is that, well, Tokiko is right. Everything around them is fiction. Nothing is real. I'm gonna move on to the next one so my brain doesn't melt into an existential crisis.
What, is the cold getting to your brain or something? You solved the HB case 6 years ago. You found Terror, Uraso Mizuki, in the basement of Horodori Institute. I bet he's in his holding cell right now, cursing your name. The case is still in the courts, but there's no doubt he's gonna get hit hard with the sentencing. No one but him knows the whole story, but he definitely cut Jin and Chikara in half.
The broken timeline is the best timeline. That was unexpected.
Ryuki, in this timeline, Amame didn't kill anyone. As you saw earlier, Komeiji is alive and well. There is no reason for Amame to kill Terror. Not to mention Terror himself, Urusu Mizuki, has been in prison for the last 6 years.
Seriously? This is the best timeline, and it's only achieved by proving Nai's teachings correct. Ugh, my head hurts. I'm gonna go lie down.
This timeline then obviously never happened.
So, I was supposed to have this out well over a year ago, but life happened and, well, you know. At any rate, it's here now, and what a game it was. The story is interesting, but I don't think it's executed as well as the first game. The timeline being kerfuffled does explain Mame and Ryuki's differing attitudes. It's just odd there's not any real hints to what's going on. The new detective feels like they wanted to add somebody in, but he feels like he should have had a bigger role since he doesn't. And he's wasted. The original characters also felt wasted. Like, they were only put in for fan service rather than keeping the story cohesive. I did mention Terror's death was anticlimactic. It just felt like any moment he was gonna pop up and it would be revealed that he wasn't actually dead the whole time. Nothing in the story is bad, I just didn't like the timeline twist as well as the body swapping twist from the first game. It's still very solid and as fun to play as the first. The music is, again, fantastic and varied. Kisuke Ito did a fantastic job making these tracks just as much of earworms as the first go-round. And again, it's awesome that I can know exactly where I am just by listening to the music. Some of the Somnium puzzles were way too obtuse. I'm really not a fan of typing in an answer either. I personally have a problem with things like that, but that might just be a me problem. For some of the more obtuse puzzles, a visual guide would be helpful, like the intersecting arrows with letters. It was a pain to have to close out the puzzle and open up your notes instead of making a way to view both at the same time. Other than that, it's the same visual novel gameplay as before, and it works well. Just as with the last time, I love the cel-shaded look for the anime-styled games, and I love how everyone is varied enough that's easy to tell them apart. I especially love the differences between the characters from 6 years ago and the characters from present day. In closing, while I didn't like nirvanA Initiative as much as the first, it was still a fun ride, and I look forward to the next game. Thank you for watching, and try not to die out there.
Hey, Tama. Is it really okay to leave things like this?
What do you mean? Komeiji is alive, Kizuna still has her legs, Mommy didn't kill anyone, and she's living her best life. Isn't this the ultimate happy ending?
Yeah, that's all true, but...
The boundary that divides the real and unreal is ambiguous. It's all like a butterfly dream. Perhaps you are that butterfly, fluttering as the wind carries you through the air.
Were you killed? Sadly, yes. But I lived.